Hey everybody, it is Yanni Hamburger back from the Macabre Tavern, and today we are on day number 5 of our 31-day horror challenge. Today it's Rosemary's Baby because we're doing possession films. All right, so let's cover the plot real quick. 1965, Rosemary Woodhouse and her husband, stage actor Guy, tour the Bramford, which is a large Renaissance revival apartment building in Manhattan. They noticed that the previous tenant, an elderly woman who recently died, was displaying odd behaviors before her death. For example, she moved heavy furniture in front of a linen closet she had still been using, despite warnings from the current landlord and friend Hutch about the Bramford's dark past. Rosemary moves in. Now, in the basement of the laundry room, Rosemary meets a young woman, Terry Gianafro, who is a recovering drug addict, whom Minnie and Roman Cassavet, the Woodhouse's elderly neighbors, have taken in. The Woodhouses first meet the Cavets, or Cassavets, I should say, as they return home to find Terry dead of an apparent suicide, having jumped from the Cassavet's seventh floor apartment. They have dinner with the couple, but Rosemary finds them a little meddlesome. She is bothered, but when Minnie gives her Terry's pendant as a good luck charm, saying it contains tannis root, unexpectedly, Guy, initially reluctant to socialize with the Cassavets, becomes suddenly fascinated with Roman while visiting him repeatedly. Now, Guy is cast in a prominent play as the lead actor, kind of goes blind. So, of course, Guy was the understudy. He got it. With his career flourishing, Guy wants him and Rosemary to have a baby. On the night they plan to conceive, Minnie brings over individual cups of chocolate mousse for their dessert, while Rosemary complains as a chalky undertaste. Guy criticizes her for being ungrateful. Rosemary consumes a little bit more to mollify Guy, then secretly discards the rest. Soon after, she grows dizzy and passes out. Rosemary hallucinates that a demon did the deed to her. The next morning, Guy explains the scratches covering her body, claiming that he did not want to miss baby night, and he did bad things to her while unconscious. Where she becomes pregnant, the baby's due on January 28th. The elated Cassavets insist that Rosemary go to their close friend, Dr. Abraham Sarpenstein, a prominent obstetrician, rather than her own physician, Dr. Hill, during her first trimester. Rosemary suffers abdominal pains, loses weight. By Christmas, she's really gaunt. Uh, Basically, you had Hutch that was still, hey, this ain't cool. You shouldn't be here. Um, but before he could tell Rosemary about it, he's in a coma. Rosemary, unable to withstand the pain, insists on seeing the doctor, while Guy argues against it, saying Sarpenstein will be offended. As they argue, the pain suddenly stops and Rosemary feels the baby move. 3 months later, Grace Cardiff informs Rosemary that Hutch did die, and before dying, he briefly regained consciousness and said to give Rosemary a book about witchcraft, which is called All Them Witches, along with the cryptic message. The name is an anagram. Using Scrabble tiles, Rosemary kind of figures it out. That Roman Cassiavet is an anagram for Stephen Marchado, the son of a former Bramford resident, and of course, a reputed Satanist. She suspects the Cassiavets and Sarpenstein are belong to a coven and want her baby. Guy discounts this, later throws the book away. It makes Rosemary a little suspicious. She goes to Hill for help, but Hill assumes that she's delusional. Calls Sarpenstein. He arrives with Guy to take her home and threaten to commit her. Rosemary locks herself into the apartment. The coven gets in. Sarpenstein sedates Rosemary, who goes into labor and gives birth. When Rosemary awakens, she's told the baby is stillborn. As she recovers, she notices her pumped breast milk is being saved rather than being discarded. She stops taking her prescribed pills, becoming less groggy. Again, you hear the infant crying. Guy basically tells her, hey, don't worry about it. It's just a baby that moved upstairs or whatever. Believing her baby is alive, Rosemary discovers a hidden door in the linen closet leading directly to the Cassiavets' apartment. The same closet the previous tenant had blocked, and the same door that the coven members had used to access the Woodhouse's apartment. Guy, the Cassie events, Sarpenstein, and other coven members gather around a bassinet draped in black with an upside down cross hanging over it. By the way, St. Peter's cross. All right. A lot of people don't realize that St. Peter, um, it's really a more of a very ultimate Christian sign than it is a Satanist sign. I don't know how the upside down cross. I guess it's because you get the forward facing cross is Christianity. Oh, the upside down. It's got to be Satanist. But no, actually, it's called St. Peter's cross. And St. Peter's cross is because St. Peter, when he was crucified, basically said, dude, I ain't as great as Jesus, and I don't want to be crucified in the same way. Crucify me upside down. So that's the origin of the upside down cross. Take it for what you will. Anyways, they're around. Rosemary is horrified, wants to know what's wrong with her baby's eyes. Basically, then that's when the news is dropped. Hey, your kid's the Antichrist. Congratulations. You just birthed the son of Lucifer. And that he has his father's eyes. He urges Rosemary to mother the child, promising she does not have to join the coven. When Guy attempts to calm her, saying they will be rewarded, they can conceive their own children, she spits in his face. After hearing the infant cries, however, Rosemary gives in to her motherly instincts. Mia Farrow, of course, is Rosemary. John Cassavetes is Guy. I mean, this is another very stacked cast and crew. Ruth Gordon, Sidney Blackmore, Maurice Evans, Ralph Bellamy, Angela Dorian, Patsy Kelly, Alicia Cook, Emily Henry. We could go on and on and on with this cast. I mean, it's one of the greatest movies of all time. It's another movie that is on my top 10 list of horror movies you need to see before you die. All right, this one is absolutely on the list. Of course, we all know Roman Polanski, very, sort of thing, you know what he did. But in this case, it is one of the greatest movies ever made. There's things I just cannot even comprehend saying at this point because it was, again, it's on my list of horror movies. You cannot call yourself a horror fan unless you've watched it at least 5 times because it's just that good of a movie. I know some people are going to be like, you can't say that. Yeah, it's true. All right, it's true. All right, so that is Rosemary's Baby. That is day 5, believe it or not, of our 31-day horror challenge. We'll be back for day 6 tomorrow, and day 6 is going to bring us another great film, I'm sure. We will be dealing with vampires. The end of my genre now. All right. See you tomorrow.